It's time for another episode of Left Hand Poetry. I'm your host and poet, Rob Murray. As I record this week's episode, the rain's falling outside, and you may be able to hear my microphone pick up cars going by on the street outside. It's a very, very atmospheric day outside, and not just because the sky is falling in little droplets of water. With the recent election situation in our country, I had originally thought to read a poem that touches on matters political, but instead I was inspired by recent events over the weekend, both happy for me and most people, and also sad for most people, to compose a pair of poems that if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen in my Instagram story. And I like them enough to share them with you here on the podcast. And I'll also be very likely to include them in the next volume of poetry that I publish, which will be coming out eventually. And you'll be the first to know about it here on the podcast when I do pull that next volume together. So for this week, I have a pair of poems for you. First, one called Victory, and another called Quiz Show Guru. Victory. Thank you, God. The night is over. Reach over and hug. Be COVID safe about it. Your brother man. Your sister can use that hug. Consensual hugs only, friend. 2. It's true. Wrap your arms round your non-binary crowd. We are stronger together. Now we've weathered the worst. Our mans come in first. The work begins when the sun settles in. A new day has dawned upon our land. After the celebration, we stand, give a hand to raise up those who didn't start the race with privilege in hand. But now we can right the wrongs, write the songs for history, for you and me, Joe and Kamala. Victory, victory, victory. Quiz Show Guru. Quiz Show Guru, we knew you through our nerdy Jones to have you in our homes, in our hearts. A part of you, your legacy, lives in me, in him, and her, and they for sure. At the end, testament to strength, to fend for more time, slow the tempo of that final Jeopardy tune. One more night in our living rooms. But before that twilight fight, so long undisputed, you were always right. All the questions in hand, you were the man, trusted steward of the facts. What is requiescat in pace? Again, those were a pair of new poems that I wrote inspired by events over the weekend, titled Victory and Quiz Show Guru. If you liked this poem, you can buy entire books of my poetry. Just visit my website, robertcmurray.com, and scroll down a bit past the stuff about my sci-fi novel series. I'm also on Twitter. I'm at lefthandrob, and I'd love to hear from you. And also, if Facebook is more your thing, I'm there as well. I'm Robert C. Murray Poet. While I'm at it, please be sure to subscribe to the podcast and leave a rating and review. Those go far to help even more people discover the podcast. Finally, please remember that all Black Lives Matter. You can check my blog, lefthandrob.net, for more information on how you can help support the cause. That's it for now. So until next time, This has been Left Hand Poetry.